We want a better Nigeria. I've lived in other countries of the world. I've lived in the UK. If Nigeria today is like UK and Peter is not present, I'll celebrate it.
A regular politician in Nigeria will come out during the election and he will be famous. He will go to many places, visit markets, just for people to vote for him. And after the election, you will not see him again. But the case of Peter Obi is totally different. Before the election, even when he have not developed the interest to go for the office of the president, he has been active visiting people, caring about the well-being of Nigerians. And after the election, he still continued to do the same thing. That is why you see he go to so many places. Even when the bombing incident happened in Kaduna, he visited there. He did not visit it because of political purposes, though so many people are misunderstanding him, especially people who don't know him before the presidential election. Here is Peter Obi's epic response. During an interview session on Twitter, a lady asked Mr. Peter Obi, how were you able to manage the psychological effect of losing a presidential election after the Supreme Court? Listen to Peter Obi's epic response while we come back to deliberate this important matter.
Sure. Good evening, Your Excellency. It's good to have you.
Good evening.
So you've answered a lot of questions, and I figured we've not even checked on you, sir. So I would like to ask, permit me to ask, how have you been since the Supreme Court judgment? Because I wake up every morning angry and very sad, knowing what happened and knowing that more or less they got away with it. Have you recovered psychologically, financially?
Well, that's what they want to achieve. They want to make you sad. I'm not sad. I just believe that the struggle continues. Yes, we've lost money. We've lost time. But let me tell you, the biggest part of our loss is money. Well, that is the least thing any human being can worry when you lose. We all came here with nothing. We're going to go with nothing. The only thing we're going to go is the impact we made in the society. Because that's the only thing that will be meaningful. It doesn't matter how long we are or how long we live. I was in a conference the other day and somebody said, oh, the government that made impact, those who are making impact in Rwanda, in Singapore, is because they stayed a long time, they were there. I said, no, don't say that. How long you stay is not important. You can be there for a very short time and make impact. And I gave them an example of those who didn't stay long. I started with Mullah Muhammad in Nigeria. I said, when he became head of state, they wanted to build for him a presidential mansion. He said, no, let's use the place to build 1,004 flats, which is there today for civil servants. They didn't say he worked from his house. He didn't say don't kill it, but the impact is there. I gave an example of Kennedy. Kennedy didn't stay for the full 8 years that is allowed, but America still today make reference to Kennedy. So you can stay for a short time, just like the same thing I say every day. We want a better Nigeria. I've lived in other countries of the world. I've lived in the UK. If Nigeria today is like UK and Peter is not present, I'll celebrate it. We want things to work. And for me, I'm okay. I'm fine. Be rest assured, let us remain cheerful. Let us remain who we are, because they want to depress us. They want us to feel pain. They want us to, everything that can happen to us not to continue is what they want. That is why they are worried that how can this man still be running around after the election is gone to court. When I tweet now, they have hired thousands of people they are paying, and they're youths whom I'm fighting for. They've hired thousands of them. When you tweet now, they come back. Stupid man, you'll never be president. You're foolish. The other day, you raped a woman. There are all sorts of things in it. Yeah. And I laugh. You know, you'll never be this. You'll still be killed. You're a thief. You stole money. That's why you went to Anambra State and bankrupt the state. Killed people, stole all their money and everything. Yes, it's coming after you. ICPC, they've set up everything. And they are going there. And the people who are doing this are young people. Somebody told me how much they are paid, how many of them have been hired, thousands of them being given money. And I asked him, okay, you're doing this. Tell me, how long will they pay you this money? Of what use is it to you? In your village, do people buy food cheaper? No. Is it enough for you to meet up your obligation? No. Peter just wants us to work. If he works, it works for everybody. I've lived in a system that worked for everybody. And that's all I want. So for me, I'm fine. I'm healthy, and I thank God for it. I don't have any issues, anything to worry about. It might be difficult. It might be painful. I'm struggling. My wife, my children might be going through it, but you know, we all have our different problems to deal with. So I thank you for your care and everything.
Thank you very much.
Well, after the 2023 elections and the fireworks in the Supreme Court, of course, I am armed with the new jurisprudence of election in Nigeria, which the Supreme Court has laid to rest by reconfiguring democracy. And without landmark judgment, election in Nigeria now means INEC. So if you want to contest election in Nigeria, you have to lobby INEC, you have to go to INEC. That's the decision of the Supreme Court. That INEC, even if they make bylaws regulating election, that they are at will to jettison it even at midnight and declare anybody, and you cannot hold them accountable. So I think politicians should learn this judgment. They should study the judgment and understood that there is a radical departure from what is called elections in Nigeria. So I'm busy trying to study it, and I have been advising those who are interested in elections to campaign in INEC offices, try to befriend Professor Mahmoud, because anything outside this, we are not going to get justice. Justice is more or less an enemy in Nigeria. And I think that explains the plethora of challenges we have, from unemployment, hunger, poverty, insecurity. All this is as a result of the absence of justice. And so we talk more about peace, forgetting that the justice is the foundation of peace. Therefore, we are here to discuss how people-centered justice mechanism can be developed. And we've been brainstorming about some of the theories they brought as to how justice can be made accessible to Nigerians. But the fundamental question is, how does a poor man in Sabongida village access justice with the very expensive profile of the judicial process? How can he access it? I mean, even in the police station in my village, for you to get bail, you need not less than 5,000. And 5,000 today in a Nigerian community is big money. So how do we make justice available? Now, this, you have to put it at the doorstep of the political will to lead. Because without the political will for leadership in Nigeria, nothing will work.